Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I love this song. Do you know this song?
I don't.
Yeah,
it's very
really
funky. I like it.
So good.
I feel like we should be out in the city. Saturday night in the city.
I know. How you doing, Simone?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for coming down.
My pleasure. Or up.
Or up. Yes, exactly. Up the stairs.
Ascending the stairwells.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very warm on the way up, wasn't it?
Little bit. It's warm outside too, though.
Yeah.
But you can breathe out there.
Compared to here. Yeah, you asked us before if we would ever sleep here. I don't think I could. No way.
I could, just pass out.
Yeah.
Not like
if
bring
you're
a
drunk.
sweat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I really love? I love that you guys have incense. Like, you know what incense solves? You know, when something's real musty, add some incense and it's more musty.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think we need more must here. This is the good shit, though. This is Japanese incense. And I think, like, a lot of the cheaper brands that you'll find at your, like, smoke shops will have a lot of preservatives and weird shit in it. But that's, like, real ground-up flowers and shit. Really nice.
You want to breathe in the real flowers.
And there's no bamboo, there's no stick
Amazing.
either. They're stickless, so you can break them.
Is that actually what it is? Just like ground up petals and stuff? And
just herbs and stuff like that.
together. I've never
Put
actually
into
known.
a powder and stuck on a stick.
Yep, and then rolled by, by hand, pretty much. I love the smell. I used to hate it. I used to fucking hate incense so much.
And now that you're a stoner, you're like, I should really complete my persona by adding some incense.
Incense and crystals and dream catchers, all that shit. Yeah, I love it. Oh, yeah, no, it's so easy to get roped into that stuff. But I like some of it. I do like certain aspects of that whole culture, I think.
I like the skull little holder thing you got.
Little ashtray.
Yeah, it's an ashtray.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but we use it to burn the incense in, so we don't burn the place down.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the super blue blah blah?
The moon?
That's
The
blah, 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 blah.
The moon thing?
Super blue blood moon?
Okay, I saw it for a whole 10 seconds because I was actually at Jimmy Carr. I was watching Jimmy Carr, and so I came out, and then I was like, "Oh, what the fuck's up with the moon?" And then literally, I was like, "Oh, it's that blood moon thing." So I was sounded really intelligent. My friend Jamie was like, "Oh yeah," and then we were all like, "Let's try and take a picture." Oh, that looks terrible. Let's go home.
And it pretty much sums up the entire experience. It's really hard to get a decent picture.
Yeah,
you do need a proper DSLR with lens.
Telescope.
With our phones, they can't capture that.
Yeah. But our eyes can.
Yeah.
Our eyes can capture it.
Yeah, that's right. Put it in the memory.
Yeah.
Instead of witnessing life through a phone, put it in the old memory bank.
What were you saying?
Because we went to this open parkland that the observatory people organised.
Yeah.
And so thousands of people sitting on this grass, but they had a big TV screen set up of the moon. And there were people sitting on the grass in front of this TV screen watching the moon. Well, the moon's actually up in the sky. It's like right next to it. But people are sitting there watching the screen. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I totally understand why there's a lot of performers too who just say no phones now because you literally watch it through other people's phones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like performances and stuff.
Yeah. And people tape... Usually people just snap their favourite song, but now it's the entire gig.
Yeah.
They'll take on the phone. Like an hour and a half just holding the phone up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And heaps of people do it too. Like, who's watching these? Nobody. That's who.
Which is why, as a comedian, it's very highly likely that your material can get out before people watch your show.
Oh, definitely.
You can watch a whole run of a tour and then see the same act again.
Yeah.
Way ahead of time.
Yeah. You can you still laugh and stuff, but that's part of the reason why I haven't really got anything out on any of my social media because I'm like, oh, then, you know, it ruins it, especially because what do you want to put out there to get people to show your favourite stuff? But then what do you want them to see when you come to the show? Favourite stuff. So, like, yeah, it does ruin it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Even like...
There was, the Red Hot Chili Peppers did a show one time and the guitarist actually stopped during the guitar solo as a protest and pulled out his phone and started playing around with his phone when he's meant doing the guitar solo, and everyone started complaining because it was going on about how people were always using their phones at concerts.
Yeah.
And so he missed the whole guitar solo because he was playing on his phone.
Right.
And he put his phone away and went back into the song when the vocals came back in.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny how people complain
silent
about
protest.
Oh.
Also, selfie. Well,
yeah. What do you like on social media?
What do I like?
What are you like? Like, how do you?
Are you an
approach
active
it?
social media?
Are you really active on it? Like,
I don't-
do you find it like a chore to be active on it? Because I do.
A little bit, especially like, you know, the shop, like Bellas Baby. We try and post every day and trying to think, what am I going to post? What's new? Like, and I think the worst thing is like selfies are the thing that gets all the likes. Like if you go through even like my Instagram, I think I've only ever posted like 150 times or something, but all the things that get the likes are selfies. I'm like, what do I want likes for? Not fucking selfies. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. And then it's like, you know, like you get through to the semis, like for Raw. That's what I did recently, and I'm like 40 fucking likes, and then I'm in a dress, 150. But whatever. Yeah, it's just one of those things.
It's
I guess.
Bizarre. Yeah, it's in all those marketing kind of articles that you read, how they've discovered what gains the most likes. Obviously hashtags, that's a powerful way to organize it.
I suck at hashtags.
But definitely
Hashtag everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hashtag fuck hashtags.
but definitely photos that contain your face will be the highest rated for some reason.
Yeah.
I think because people want to personify the account that they're looking at. So
Yeah.
if it's just photos of other things, well, yeah, you get some photographers that still get thousands of likes, though, of mountains and stuff.
Beautiful mountains.
beautiful
It's got to be
mountains,
fucking good
but-
though, and all over the world. And then you're like, oh fuck this person.
Yeah, but
with
the most,
their amazing life.
the most would be titties and ass.
Totally.
That's
oh,
what,
man.
like, if you want to be real about what's getting the most likes.
Yeah.
it's titties.
But see, like I've stumbled across people's Instagrams, like what they call their personal page, but it's so like artistically organized, where there's no just like random shitty photos. It's all just like proper artistic photos.
Yeah.
And you look at it and go, wow, this actually looks like a professional
Yeah.
Instagram
a portfolio.
page. Yeah, and then you look at my page and there's me like a fucking beer in a hand and one thing and chopping up wood and
Yeah.
Chopping up wood.
chopping up wood. Yeah.
We're talking about like actual used to be a tree trunk, right? Sorry,
Huh?
not like wood. I'm sorry.
No, I mean with an axe chopping
I
wood.
just look at me chopping through all this wood. Hey.
Hey. But I feel like because you
Instagram.
you have kids, right?
I have 2 kids.
You have 2 kids.
Yeah,
but-
I don't put them on Instagram because it's an open account, so anybody can see it. I think there might be one if you scroll back, because I have trouble deleting it. But I made a conscious effort to not have them.
Yeah.
Just because.
But also, do you feel like what they'll be like? Like how
I'm
old are
well
kids?
scared.
How
They
old are
love
kids
pictures of
now?
themselves.
Yeah.
Like more pictures of me, more videos of me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no,
Mm.
they're going to be shocking.
Yeah. That's what I'm scared of. If I have kids, like how they would portray themselves, or if they'll know how to conduct themselves on social media, because there's no classes in that.
It's an age thing, and I love. There's a comedian, and I've forgotten who even said it, but I remember what they said, and it was like there's people out there who are famous. There's like somebody who's got millions of likes. It's just her ass.
Yeah.
And that's it. And like, you know, she's got more pull than people who are people who should actually be listening to. But hey, nice ass. Like fucking thousands of times. Look at my ass in a bikini. Look at my ass in lingerie. Look at my ass in the kitchen.
I know, like sometimes I wish I was just hot, and then I'd have thousands of Instagram followers.
I don't think you'd.
Is
want
that what you'd want though?
Why would you want?
Well, no,
Yeah.
mainly I just look at it like, and I try to work out how the hell there's certain people that have like thousands and millions of followers, and they don't actually seem to do anything with their life except look good.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm just like,
well, there's model. I mean, that's what models do too.
But
I mean, they're getting paid.
Yeah, no, but that's something that some people that they're not like professional models.
Yeah.
There's some people that are just like, become naturally socially
popular.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, and I'm sitting there scrambling to get like another what have I got? 280 followers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that many either.
One more.
I think I'm going to have to look. I don't even know. I know it's more than that, but I don't know.
But yeah, like I scrambled for it. I thought, I sat there for ages like trying to get, my aim was to get 1,000 followers.
792.
That's pretty good.
Is it? I don't know.
That's more than me.
I'm sorry. Is it a competition? Do you know what it is? Instagram is a competition of posting one time, having millions of followers and following no one.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, there are certain celebs with like they follow 0 people.
Exactly.
And then they have like 2 million followers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the aim. That's how you know the most popular.
I know.
If you have no friends and don't care about anybody else but yourself.
I ain't a follower. I'm a leader.
How to win Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm just not very active on it, I don't think. Like, I just don't have the time to scroll through. I think that's how you get likes. You like other people and like their things, and I just don't have time to.
You just hashtag the shit out of it.
I hashtag the shit out of things, yeah. Like comedy, comedian, stand up.
Yeah.
Female stand up. Fuck whatever else I say.
Did you hear when Barack Obama was in power, they exposed that his Twitter had something like more than 500,000 bots as followers?
Weird.
So like a lot of these numbers are cooked. Like if you've got access to YouTube, you can totally cook the numbers on views and thumbs up and stuff. For sure.
Yeah.
I just made that up.
And we're just nodding along. Sounds about right. Yeah.
But for sure, man, if you had sway, you could, like, have you heard about the whole influx of, like, Russian bots that are kind of going haywire on the internet at the moment? And they're doing all sorts of stuff, like they can crash Bitcoin. I wouldn't
be
they
surprised.
Can do all of that
well,
stuff. Yeah.
maybe they got infected by Trump. And now they're just going crazy. All those Russians.
Yeah, that whole Russian Trump thing. But anyway, back to my point is, like, who gives a fuck? Like,
take a wide turn around the Russian Trumps.
Yeah. Like, who cares about followers, man? Like, I bought into that so hard.
Well, I think a lot of people,
you
have to look at, there's some people out there who don't have many followers, but they're doing amazing things.
Yeah.
Like they're selling out shows. Like even on Facebook, I've seen, people are promoting their like Fringe shows, for example, and it'll get 3 likes, but they're selling out shows.
Yeah.
So what's more important?
Exactly. Yeah.
Sell the shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually do it. This is why I think like the internet, so it's like a barometer for what people deem is worth their attention.
I should do a social
really
experiment and start putting butt pictures on my Instagram. Here's me in a bikini. Here's also me in a bikini.
Yeah.
Look, here's me in a bikini in the bathroom. Here's me in a bikini in the kitchen. We're back there.
Do you remember Suicide Girls?
I do, yeah. I saw them live when they came over once to Perth. They were at Capitol.
Yeah. Remember when that was all the rage?
Yeah.
Suicide Girl?
It was. And then I think it got too easy to become a suicide girl. It sounds awful. But like you were saying, it was kind of like they all looked like models. Well, alternative models. Yeah. And then the quality of photography and all that kind of stuff kind of went down. And then... yeah, I think it just... I guess maybe it's still big, but I don't hear anything about it anymore.
Not as much anymore. But that was the go-to place for any... Like,
yeah, I mean, I still follow them on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I think...
pretty girls.
Well, hey, yeah. Well, what's Instagram for?
Butts. We just discussed that. What else? Yeah.
Butts and bikinis. But yeah, it became a very like a public thing where... like almost like public submission, like anyone could submit themselves to be a suicide girl, and then what they'd get a contract,
and I think there was a girl who did some modeling for either me or my ex, I can't remember, but she's a model for Heavy Red, or she was back like a few years ago, and she was literally like, she's not supposed to do anything. because she signed the contract.
Yeah.
So she has to put it through
Yeah.
them. But I think she ended up getting out of it. I can't remember what happened.
Because they owned the
They
content.
own them. Yeah, well, not just
right.
the content, but I think they own the girls. So it's like they
Yes.
can't
They
post
can't do
things.
like modeling for other people. type
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah. So
Exclusive type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I knew people that were models for them, and they were.
but they weren't
heard
making
nothing
them
but
any
that.
money.
No.
That was
Yeah, yeah.
what the problem was. Like, it's one
Yeah.
thing to be part of an agency and you sign something and then you're like, well, they're, getting me gigs and making me money. But that, I don't think, was the case.
Yeah. You had to be like, I suppose, high profile to really make it there. Because that's what happened. Like, it actually became that live, like a touring show. What was that?
That was like, it was sort of like burlesque, basically.
So what was that kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
All right, now. Maybe, how old am I? Maybe like 8 years ago. I'm not sure. It was a while.
Early two.
It would have been, it was back in
mid-2000s.
MAME days.
I do remember
Yeah.
hearing about it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was, at Capital anyway.
What year is it? I don't even.
2018.
18 something.
Yeah.
No, it always sort of, I'd sat there for trying to work out, like, how does this, like I didn't really know what Suicide Girls was at the time. It's more just like that alternative girl modeling gallery type
anybody
thing.
who was alternative
Yeah.
knew about it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then to turn it into a show, obviously that was just another side where they took obviously the higher profile models and
did.
got them to do a show.
They did. It was sort of the original girls. There are all the original lineup. So and yeah, they all had talent and stuff and cool tattoos and spat things and like it was just cool. I just remember it being like it was just like that. You got the vibe that they were just doing whatever the fuck they wanted. It was great.
Yeah. And I had, because it blew up, and then all of a sudden, like, friends that I knew had profiles with pics, but I don't know how to feel about that, because I was like, I kind of know you, and I'm looking at your boobs.
Yeah, I know. I guess there's that whole thing. I read that recently. About when guys view girls as like a what's the word? Fuck, I've lost it. But yeah, like seeing somebody as just as not a human being,
As meat.
an object.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just an object.
It was about
yeah.
objectifying women, and that's a hard little.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you should only see people's boobies in like an intimate setting if you like them, right? I'm old-fashioned.
You
basically.
are. You're so. Yeah. No. I agree.
So when I do see someone's boobs and then I meet them, I'm like, I've seen their boobs. Like that's all you know what I mean? In like a naive, innocent way, not in a creepy. Like
yeah, totally. Especially if you're already friends with them. That is, I guess, it can be pretty weird. I might have pushed past that boundary. Maybe it's different because I'm a girl too, but just being around a lot of burlesque dancers and emceeing and girls that they just have their clothes off. I don't think of it as sexualized, which I think would be very different if I was like attracted to women.
Yeah.
Then it would be all like, oh, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And instead I'm there when somebody else would be like, let me do that job.
Yeah.
Naked ladies.
Well, I suppose like an artistic portfolio gallery is a bit more acceptable than like a random Snapchat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, because I've seen multiple boobies in those kind of settings
At the same time. It's just I've seen 10 boobs. It was all on the same night. It was a very wild night.
Isn't it weird as a kid?
This is a very different topic discussion from last time, can I just say?
Sorry, no, I was just going to say, like, as a boy, your first introduction to penises is usually something horrific, right? Like, at a urinal when you're young. Or something
like,
like that,
what is
right?
that?
You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Do you remember, seeing your dad's wiener for the first time?
Why is it hiding in a bush?
And it was like, and it's just it never goes away from you, and how weird and conflicted you felt. And then you grow up, and then your penis looks like your dad's penis. I don't know where I'm going with this, but no, it's weird how like the evolution of clothing, right? How we cover bits of our body. I find that weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you show a bit of that body, oh, now it means something. Like there's a weight to that.
Yeah.
I've always found that weird, yet also it's something that I've just willingly accepted. As
Well, one of my favorite like historic photos is, I can't remember if it's somewhere in France, but like in the 1940s or something, and they're on the beach giving these ladies like a fine for wearing these bathers that exposed like the lower part of their legs.
Oh my God, I saw some ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And you know, to think what it would have been like back then. And nowadays, you know, we got bikinis.
Well, we do here. I mean, there's other countries where they have to be completely covered. So there's still,
covered. Yeah.
But definitely there's a lot of freedom here. Like you can go in the city and during the height of summer, there might be a girl wearing a bikini top and like some very short shorts, very far from the beach. Undies, bathers.
Yeah.
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 You guys are just thinking about that now. Yes, girls. Just walking around in bikini.
Okay, but is there suicide guys at all?
I don't know.
Is there a male version of it?
Did you want to join?
I would. If there was, I'd sign myself up.
Oh man, you know what? Is it? I think guys get more shit for taking pictures of themselves. Like you if you took your shirt off and you took a picture of yourself, what would you'd be
guys
all like,
are insecure.
hey,
Oh, bro.
Well, what about that
Put a
photo
shirt
shoot we
on,
did?
man.
The photo shoot we did last week up here. Never mind.
I do
But
have one.
girls are more supportive. I think they're all like, "Oh, you look great.
Yeah.
Oh, you."
That's why guys are fucked in the head.
Yeah.
Because like they're repressing so much of what they want to do because their buddies like cut them down or something.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's pretty kind of sad.
Isn't it a bit?
That's it. Take your shirt off, man. Let's go.
I'll wear a dress if I want to.
Isn't
You
it? But is it
totally
like
should.
a total double standard? But to not have or not sort of be acceptable on like a male version of Suicide Girls?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but that's not the case though.
There's still guys out there who would do it. You can find Instagram accounts where guys are all like, look at me. But I feel like it's more guys that work out. So other guys would still be all like, oh, I want to look like that guy.
Yeah.
See, that's what I find. Like, no, that just sparked an
Or
idea.
I want to do
Right.
that guy.
So, but you know how like Suicide Girls, it's sort of more a wider range of different females and different figure types and all that stuff to be acceptable.
That's true.
But if it was a male thing,
yeah,
like I feel like it would be so like
it's definitely less acceptable. I feel. Yeah,
like a guy couldn't.
So.
A guy with a big beer gut and a hairy back wouldn't be on a thing next to a guy with, you know, big ripped type thing, you reckon?
Well,
No?
I hear you.
You know, but you know what I'm saying. You know what
I know what you're saying, but yeah,
It shouldn't
That's
matter. We're at the end of the day, our bodies are bodies, and they don't stay this way. We can keep them as healthy as we can, and that's all we have. And they're a vessel for our mind. Oh my God, I'm getting so deep.
that's right. We have brains
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, that's it. And so, like, that you can see somebody and be like, wow, you know, they're really attractive. And then you talk to them and you're like, you are not attractive in any way.
Yeah, no problem.
You should just never speak again.
I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to question the idea of beauty and beauty standards within.
Yes, I am a very shallow outside looking person.
No, it's not shallow, but it's relevant.
No. It was just one of those, you know, ideas when you think about it, like an industry such as Suicide Girls that is so big and so well known that there's no male equivalent to it. That's all I was getting.
Start it up, boy.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? You see a gap in the market, you take it.
Go
Take
get
it.
him.
Yep. Absolutely.
You need tattoos though, so you probably couldn't be.
Oh
I'm
no,
not gonna
you
make
don't
them.
have to have tattoos. You could just wear alternative clothes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Some cool
Yeah.
fucking leopard undies. I don't know.
That was just a stereotype that I threw in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops. But a lot of them had tattoos.
They did. They really
Yeah.
did. And coloured hair and like mad
Piercings.
alternative makeup, piercings, all
Yeah.
that jazz.
Mm.
And some cool jobs. There was like a taxidermy chick.
Oh, really?
She was one of the ones that did
Yeah.
went on tour.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I think I was pretty old. I was like 25.
Yeah.
And on purpose too, because I was like, you want something for a while to know that, you know, you want to keep it. But yeah, and I don't regret any of my tattoos. There are some people who do, and they like get them tattooed over, and I'm like, what are you doing? But things do change. Oh, I'm going to halt myself right there because there is one thing that I want to get covered up, and that's like I've got a budgie here that represented my favorite like pet ever, and it's holding a ring that is like my eternity ring that we got with my ex, and I'm divorced now, and I'm like, I want to get rid of that ring.
Ooh, yeah.
You could turn the ring into a cracker or something.
Or maybe a flower, someone suggested. So I will. That's probably the one thing that I'll get covered up. And it's essentially, it's the equivalent of getting somebody's name. Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Don't ever.
A name is so risky.
So bad. It's like, if you get a name, it's like saying, I'm going to break up with this person.
Exactly.
Like, I know it's not going to last, but it's really intense right now. So I'll just do it. Yeah.
Maybe a surname could work. If it was like your family name, that could work.
Yeah, still lame.
You can't really break up with your family. Yeah, it's still kind of lame though. Yeah.
Totally lame. I had a guy in at the shop with his girlfriend. Like, actually, it would have been this week or last week, and he was saying like, "Oh, I really like your tattoos. Like, where did you get them done? I've been thinking about getting something that'll, mean something to me. So I was thinking about getting, my birth sign and my like family name." And I was like, "You rethink that." Like straight up, like just don't do that. And I said maybe you could do a visual representation of your family, like if your family arms is something cool, like a fox, get a cool fox. If it's something shit, maybe don't.
That is pretty much the most generic thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
astrological sign. Who would get an astrological sign?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm just gonna
It is lame though.
These aren't my words, but I'll just eat them anyway.
Oh my god. But it is silly. I think, but if you don't take it so seriously, then it's fine, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people who do just crazy tattoos. One girl, Alicia Marsh, she's a local comedian. She got her first tattoo on stage because of they set it up and they were doing crowd work and they got to pick what her first tattoo was. I can't even remember what it was, but she got tattooed right there.
Cool.
In a comedy club on stage. After somebody, I know that's commitment to comedy. That it really is. And like, here she is. What was it? Just talk amongst yourselves.
A penis. Would you ever get one, Johnny?
A penis? He would love one.
Yes. No, like I spent all through high school like drawing tattoos on my hands. With a pen, Yeah. And my left arm looks so good. My right arm looks like shit because I can't draw with my left hand.
Yeah.
So, and I always had this like idea of tattoos, and like tattoos are always, it's just something that's been around me. But I've never been able to make that commitment to it. I changed my mind more than my underwear. So.
Yeah, you have to. I think you have to want something for a really long time before you should do it, and then be like, "Do I still want it?" 6 months later, and then be like, "Yeah, okay, I'll get that."
I think, like, if anything, like I had this generic idea of a barcode, but the numbers of the barcode being my birth date.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
don't do that.
Put it on my ankle or something like that.
Don't do that. It's so narcissistic.
I know, but that's
too.
the thing. I think about like if anything, that's the only thing that really pops into my mind because that can't change. Like the numbers of my birthday can't change.
I feel so bad for laughing.
Yeah,
that sounds terrible.
Look, it could be worse. It's not like it's a star sign or anything. So let's just.
Oh my goodness.
Let's just all chill out. I can't find it. God, I wish I knew.
That's okay.
But yeah, so it was something. I feel like maybe it was like George Costanza or something. I don't know. It was something weird. It was wacky.
Face tattoos. Would you ever get a face tattoo?
No.
They're actually. Remember how we were laughing at them a couple of podcasts ago? They're getting really popular in America amongst like the. I know it's rap, but a lot of like 18-year-old kids are getting face tats.
Yeah,
there's a lot of tattoo artists that won't do it.
They're not
that
getting
straight up would be like no.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a significant amount of tattoos already, they won't tattoo your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if kids are getting tattoos on their faces now, they're obviously not getting employment later on in life.
Ooh, well,
I think that's changing.
What do you reckon? You reckon that's changing as well?
It is and it isn't. Like, you want to think that it is, and to a degree, I mean, there are some people are more open-minded, but definitely it's not quite there yet. We've got a ways to go.
It depends as well what you've got tattooed on your face.
You're not that no one's going to employ you as like a lawyer or something. Like,
No.
I knew somebody who was a lawyer and didn't want a tattoo anywhere on their body because they wore white shirts, and even that would show through and would affect them. And I was like, that
sounds like a job you should quit.
Yeah, awful. Actually, no, he probably really deserved that job.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
It was a former partner of one of my friends. I'm
Okay,
like,
sorry.
with zero personality. Yeah, it's fine.
Shit. Oh my goodness. How do girls date?
Girls date?
How do girls do it when they date? Especially when you pass, because
you're asking the wrong person.
all three of us here are past our 30s.
Yes,
Right?
we are.
That's safe to say. So options kind of start running out in a way, because my tolerance level for bullshit now is like just a scrap of it, and I'm like,
that's why I can't date. I can't.
Yeah. So how do people do it past this age? Do you just let go?
I
Is it
think
the law of attraction
some
thing,
people
or?
do it for fun. I know people who are just like, let's see how fucked this is, and it's like a fucktometer of how bad it all is, and I just don't have time for that. But yeah, it's people are still out there and doing it, and there's that whole sugar daddy thing. You guys heard about sugar daddy?
Yeah. And sugar mama. I want a sugar mama. I'll just cook and clean. I'll
It's not even like that. It's like literally, let's go out. I'm going to take you to this show and buy you drinks. Here, have some cash. Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
So it's like an allowance.
Yeah, and other people, they do things like they'll be going on holidays and then they'll be like looking for a travel companion. And it's like, fuck, I want a free holiday. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
But I know people who are doing that too. And I was like, how could you do that? And they're like, well, at least this way I'm getting something out of it. Like, I don't want to go on a date with some guy who's going to ghost me after the first day. I want cold, hard fucking cash and saying, yeah, let's go on another fucking date, which I'm going to pay everything for. And so I get it. I do get it. But it, I couldn't. No.
I listened in on a date the other day and it made me fucking cringe.
You listened in on a date?
Do you ever listen in on a date?
Oh, when you're listening, okay.
Like
nobody's got their phone on, and you're secret squirreling. Okay,
not some CIA shit. No.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just sitting there having a beer, and they were next to me. And you know when like they're projecting a little louder than they need to be.
Yeah.
And so like most people can hear the conversation. It was one of those dates, but it was a date.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there alone. And the dude was like trying so hard.
And you're like, I'm so glad I'm alone right now.
Exactly.
Rather than being on that date.
Yeah. And the girl, on the other hand, you could tell she was just like, yep, And the dude was like, so there's this new thing, right? Transhumanism, bro. Right. And like, it's when the machines, right? Like, it's really thoughtful. Like, and she was like, the whole time. But then like, it clicked. I was like, that's how I sound like on dates.
Oh no! You should.
You know what I mean?
Okay, you know what comedians do? They record themselves so that they can better their material. So next time you're on a date, record it and you listen back and go, "Here's the points where I should have shut my goddamn mouth."
Yeah.
You can set up a table and have like a mirror there.
Yeah.
And practice on yourself. Like on a date with yourself. That could work.
But yeah, listening in on dates is so fucking. It's so funny though. It's so funny because both people are trying so hard. Like, but what do you do? Like when you're a chick and you just like 30 seconds into it, you're like, "This is this man will never touch me in any way." But when you got to ride out like the whole 2 hours,
that'd be
and just
rough.
be like, I
think that's why people choose to do things like, let's just go out for a drink, because a drink can be like, anyway, I have somewhere else to be.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Part of me is like, am I missing out on something by dating? And then I hear stories from my friends and I'm like, nah, really not. So I'll just keep doing my thing. And hopefully one day you just meet somebody at that right time and you're all like, you'll do. and that's fine.
Just grab onto him like, all right, it's time.
Yeah, but like generally speaking, I mean, there's always, I'm out a lot because of like comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
And I meet a lot of people, and like it's really hard to just connect with somebody, I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people where I'm like, I enjoy your company, but I'm not like, oh, let's do a thing.
Yeah.
Like, no, thank you.
I get very calculative of my time with people, and then I realize I don't really have to do anything anyway.
Yeah. It's fitting people into your schedule.
Yeah. I'm like, I could totally be doing something else, but then you're like, no, I totally wouldn't be doing anything else.
We're sitting in the car.
Sitting in the car with the radio on.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Life.
Actually, I got asked because we went out to the full moon, like a public opening thing, and I actually got asked, "Is this a date?" And I was like, what was that?
Did the sound just go? Oh, man.
Is there anything in there?
I don't know, but everything's still recording.
That is weird. Did you guys set this up on purpose?
Shit.
And this enters the horror portion of our show.
No.
Go to another track.
Another track. Okay, cool.
Whew. Well,
Okay,
we
that's
got
okay.
over there.
So, what happened? We lost power. Sorry.
The whole world just disappeared.
Someone.
I think what happened was you guys had planned a snuff movie and somebody forgot the weapons.
That's what all the cameras were for.
Yeah.
It's going up on the dark web.
I mean, there are bottles you could have bludgeoned me to death with.
Oh no!
Get more
Why would you
creative,
do that?
fellas.
I'm pretty sure someone grabbed my ass.
That was definitely
Sorry.
that was me.
That was definitely him.
Just a cheeky squeeze.
Yeah.
What was I? So I got asked if our blood moon excursion was a date.
Oh.
And like I hadn't planned it. I didn't prepare it like that. But I was just like,
Did you want it to be a date?
well, I guess it was a date, but it wasn't like meant to be a date.
In other words, you are modern day dating. This is modern day dating. That's what it is, because people like,
We just go out and
just
do things.
catch up and
Just do things, yeah.
But you're not dating, because if you're dating, then that means you kind of, it's supposed to be leading somewhere. So people are like, I'm not dating, I'm seeing people. Like it's a oh God.
But I was just like, but it would be the best date ever because I saw them to go see something that will never happen again in their lifetime.
Yeah, it's memorable.
True.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah, people are very non-committal these days.
Yeah.
You find that? Like nothing's you can't make a thing.
Again, that's the feedback I get from like my friends.
Oh yeah.
Like some of them are like, it's hard enough to get somebody to commit to coffee because people are so flaky.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. And I guess it's in the day and age of like so many options, and people are like, well, I could meet this person or I could meet this person, maximize my time, and then fucking get stood up anyway, suck a dick. Sorry. That's one of my friends recently. So,
oh, that's amazing. It's hard, and I hate flaky people, and then I flake on people, and I feel horrible.
I'm the opposite. I never
feel
flake on
horrible.
anyone. I'm like, if I say I'm going to do something, I fucking do it. And that's, it's bad though, because it's to the point where, like, for example, I've told you guys I've been sick for over a week.
Yeah.
I won't cancel anything. I'll still do everything.
Yeah.
And still drink
you've
this
been
beer.
sick for a week?
Yeah, since last Tuesday.
What a trooper.
I know. And I've still been at work every day.
What? See, when I'm sick, I just
curl up in bed and die.
I just cry.
Yeah.
People are like, dude, you got the flu. You're not going to die. And I'm just like...
Oh, the worst of it when I was at my worst. So it started last Tuesday. I went and MC'd in Fremantle. So I worked all day, had to drop the kids off to my parents, went and MC'd, picked them up again, went home, put them to bed. Then the next night had I did a thing at the car wash, comedy at the car wash, and I was dancing. So like I've got a bit where I dance to 3 songs. It's actually really super fun. And I had to practice the dance moves with like a sore back, you know, when you get sick and you're like fucking everything's sore. So I was taking Panadol, and then with the dancing. It was fun. And then I went home and died. I didn't get home till like 11:30, and I was like, kill me.
See, when chicks get sick, they just get on with it. When guys what the fuck is wrong with guys? We're just like, dude, can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it's our excuse to actually not do something for a while. Whoa, that's probably very not right.
Yeah.
I've had like
your way of escaping from stuff. Yeah.
I've had one sick day in over 2 years.
Yeah.
But that's when you have your own business too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
You can't afford to just take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you take one, I'm such a pussy, I think. I'll just be like, I don't feel right. And I'll just chuck a ciggy. Yeah.
I would
I'm
love
one of
to
those
do that.
fucking annoying people. But you see,
But if I worked for somebody else,
yeah.
then I would maybe do that, like 9 sick days a year. I'm using up those 9 sick days. I'm sick of work.
Because you have to run, you're running your businesses. So that's a whole different thing.
Totally. And if
Yeah.
I'm too sick for work, then I'm too sick to go out and do the thing that I really like, and that's comedy. So
Yeah.
gotta soldier on.
So
Well, but if you can always put that into your act as well.
What?
Being sick.
being sick.
Being like, oh, I have actually. I
Yeah.
literally came out once and I was like, hey guys, just so you know, I am fully sick, but not the good kind. And then I just went on from there. But yeah, sometimes it is fun actually ad-libbing whatever's happening on the day. Like yesterday, I put on this dress from like the back of my wardrobe and I put it on and it has this massive split in it. Like it's a long dress. And I was like, oh my God, it's like Angelina Jolie's like leg. So I like did a joke on Instagram. There you go. I posted selfie over 100 likes. Fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then I went out and I thought, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to wear the dress and I'm going to do comedy. And I got up and that was my opener. I was like, I know what you're all thinking. You guys didn't know there was going to be a celebrity here, but sure enough, here's Angelina Jolie's leg.
Yeah.
And then I was
Just the leg.
yeah, just the leg. And then I was like, and like all celebrities, looks like she's put on weight between roles. And then from there, I did my usual opener, which is like, you guys probably don't know this, but I'm big in Japan. Not because I'm famous or anything, just size-wise, I'm fucking huge. And so, yeah, and that was my opener. So it's fun to actually like bring it,
Yeah.
your current stuff. I did, you guys know I did like the Raw comedy comp.
Yes.
And yeah, that was really okay. So the guy before me, I think his name's Ash Woodward, and he's Cat Daddy. He does like this song, Cat Daddy. I won't give too much away, but let's just say that he doesn't do a lot of stand up, or he didn't on that set. But it was a bit of a high, and everybody was like, you know, singing along, and it was like amazing. This is at the Comedy Lounge, which is amazing, by the way. And then I thought, fuck, what am I going to do? I need to get that energy high, because you don't want to come in after a high and just be like, so anyway guys, blah 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 blah, because suddenly like talking is fucking boring after you've been like singing and clapping along. So I changed what I was going to say, and I came out and I was like, hey guys, how you going? Well, this is embarrassing. That's exactly the song that I was going to do. And because it was Cat Daddy, it was just like the crowd got it. Yeah. And I was like, thank fuck. And then I went from there, and I think that's the best, like the best set I've ever done. Like the response wise, the room was amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Fuck yeah.
Just want to live that moment, and that's it. That's the heroin right there. Now you've got to keep going to get that hit.
For sure. Yep. You keep chasing it.
Yep.
And there's never a perfect show as well.
Oh, that was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll top it for sure.
It was. Well, I'll need to, because now I've got to do the next round.
Do it 20 more times.
Well, I did. Yeah, it was really good, because part of the aim, like why I did that, was I wanted to like do good enough at the Comedy Lounge to get booked by the Comedy Lounge, because I'm like, I love it. It's a pro room. It's not open micers. It's not that. And I was like, I want to get there. And one of the judges said to me, look, probably after the, Raw's done, no doubt you'll get booked for sure. And then I've already been booked.
Yeah.
So I did that last Saturday, and I was like, hot damn, I'm already a winner. Yeah. No, it was good. It felt really good.
We had Cam McLaren on a couple of episodes ago.
Oh, he's amazing.
Based off of your recommendation. I think
Thank you.
Tor Snyder as well really likes him as well.
Yeah. Of course, because he's freaking amazing.
Yeah,
it's pretty
definitely.
funny.
And then I realized how much we both had in common.
Yeah.
We all sort of had a good vibe. We were just like, we know exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
Smoking cones, KFC, and Canning Vale. It's like, that's what I'm about. That's me in a nutshell.
So good. Yeah, he's just a top guy. Like, I just love spending time with him.
Yeah.
It's great. And I'm very lucky. I'm going to plug his show. Hopefully it's not over yet, but I get to open for him in a week or so. That's his 6056 show. Yeah. So that's the one. Yeah, it won like best comedy.
Yeah,
the Fringe
last
year.
60-56.
60-56. Midland. Actually, I had to go out to Midland to do a motherhood show recently.
Fuck, thank God you came back alive.
Yeah. Well, I went on the train.
Yeah.
I've never caught a train before. And I went up on I don't either, but I went straight from the city because it was one of those quick turnarounds. I finished work at 5. The girls were setting up from 5 and I was like, I just need to get there as soon as I can. So my friend Jules met me at work and we caught the train up. And I got there and that was the first thing they thought, like the other girls thought was very amusing, that I went up on the train because they live sort of out that way, or 2 of them do. And they were just like, what do you mean you were on the train? What do you mean you caught the train? And then I went up to buy a beer and I said, Pony, that's Jodie Lawrence. She's like kind of bogan mum. And so I said, I went up to order drinks and I was like, just get me a jug, whatever, Pony got. And they're like, no worries, $13. And I was like, oh, no, I want a jug. And they're like, $13. And I was like, no, not one beer. I want a whole jug. Because I'm so used to buying, like, you go out, you get a beer for like $13.
Yeah.
Like, I'm used to being out in the city and a whole jug was $13.
That's crazy.
And so I've turned around to look at them and gone, guys, a whole jug's $13. And they were laughing so hard. And I was just like, I was like, for reals though, like $13. Anyway, it was, and then I was like, why don't I go out to drink in Midland more often? And then I caught the train home and remembered why.
Oh, this is why.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else catching the train at the same time?
There was. Into the city, one of the last trains into the city. It was after midnight.
Yeah.
And I was all like, I could die tonight. What a fun time.
Yeah, Midland's one of those suburbs where even the cops are like, I don't think we're gonna show up to your call.
Ugh, why bother? Yeah. Well, when I got there, I did this thing. I chased. Oh my God, I'm going to sound like such a greenie. Anyway, I chased this bird once. It had a like plastic bag wrapped around its leg.
Yeah, an actual bird. Okay.
An actual bird, and I was trying like really hard to catch this bird to try and get the bag off it. And I was like 2 hours late for work because I was chasing this fucking bird. And finally, it flew. It was in Wellington Square, and finally it flew up onto the top of a building. And I was like, I can't get you now. And so I saw a plastic bag. That's the first thing I saw when I got off the train. And I was like, fuck, well, I'll pick this up. And then there was like 50 more plastic bags between the train station and 7th Ave where we were doing the gig, which was literally like 100 meters. And I was like, fuck, another one. And then I'd started, so I just kept picking them up, and then I looked like a bag lady and had to put them all in the bin before I went in. Crazy.
Oh. Are you one of those OCD people? Once you start something, you can't stop?
It's more about guilt. Like if it was like a beer bottle, I wouldn't bother, but this is something that I've seen affect another living being, and I was like, I can't walk away. And then some of them were kind of dirty, and I'm like, the first thing I need to do is wash my hands when I get in there.
I'm not even getting paid for this.
Yeah. And the other funny thing was one of my friends, she brought her camera up and she was taking pictures of us. And they were like, how do you want to pose? And they were talking about how they wanted to pose. And I'm kind of like the burlesque babe. Like I kind of have to be sort of semi-posh, I guess, compared to the others, which is crazy because I'm so not that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, man, I'm the lame one. I like being posh spice. Like, and then this guy who had like one fucking tooth looks over and he's like, yeah, I don't think so, love. And I was like, I'm not even posh spice in Midland. Fuck.
Damn.
What am I doing with my life?
Because Midland.
In the Motherhood, you're the cool one, right?
Yeah. Well, I get called 2 things: either burlesque babe or divorced diva.
Which do you prefer?
Neither. Yeah, but I mean, if we're talking about mum stuff, I guess I would be like single mum, or it is appropriate to be divorced one, because like there's just so many good jokes in there about being divorced.
Yeah. It's an endless gold mine
It's great.
for content, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always like, anyone else divorced? Distance high five. Like in the order. And I'm like, there's two ways you can get out of a marriage. You either get divorced or you die. So much like the Hunger Games, like if you can survive, you fucking win marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for however long you can hang in there.
Yeah.
All of the people in my kind of circle of friends, they're all kind of getting married and stuff.
Yeah. Because it's a thing you're supposed to do. And I feel like that's part of the reason. Like, you're supposed to want to be in a relationship. You're supposed to want a partner.
Yeah.
And, like, at this point, I don't. And I think people were kind of weirded out by that in a way. Like, people are like, what do you mean you're not dating? Or, have you met a boy yet? Are you seeing anybody? Like, that's the question that people ask. And it can't be just like, you know what? I'm just happy in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything missing. Is that cool with everybody?
I was actually at the shops today, shopping centre, and I was stopping to get some lunch. So I was at the Indian thing getting the Indian food, and the Indian shut up.
So I was in the Indian place getting some Mexican food, and
but no. So someone came up and poked me in the back, and I turned around. Is a friend of mine who just recently got married last year. And I went to their wedding and stuff, and turned around and they're doing like they just bought a new place.
Yeah.
And they're doing like the home shopping. So they've got,
Delightful.
like bins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just having a chat, and so I was talking to them, and then after they left, I sort of watched them walk away together, and there's me just like holding this plate of Indian food by myself, like in the middle of the food court. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling pretty good right now. And I sat down and had Indian food. But yeah, it's funny, like, when you see like people that sort of taking those steps, you're like,
I think it's beautiful.
You know what it is? I think it's because I've done that, and I'm like, okay, I've done that now. We checked that box.
Yeah.
Walk away. And I think part of it is like, can I find somebody that would want to be with me for the rest of my life? And, can I find a partner? If you guys really wanted someone, you could find them. Do you think that they would be the right person? There's too many people just settling. Like, yeah, you'll do. Like, I'm at that right kind of age. I want a house. I want these things. You'll do. Wow, I sound really so bitter. But at the same time, like, I'm a real romantic. I just feel that people settle and then it's not the right person for them. I struggle to think of people like that are together that I'm like, yep, they're good.
Yeah.
Like most of the time it's like, nah.
Yeah. It's pretty much no. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've seen it before, but the way I see it is that the fact that I'm waiting, I'm kind of skipping my first divorce.
Yeah. Sure.
So it's like, yeah, you guys can do that thing, but, I'm just going to wait. Or it can just get worse.
I'll
and
wait
downhill
for round 2.
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe. I don't know.
I just plan never to get married.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I could spend the rest of my life with someone, but I wouldn't get married.
Yeah. Why do you need to?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's just me.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. I don't know, because there's the institutionalization of it.
Yeah.
I don't like the actual signing, the agreement between, like,
You could just have some kind of commitment ceremony.
Exactly.
Just be like, I love you, you love me, let's get a tattoo and fucking get rid of it later.
Yeah. But everyone that you invite will be like, these guys there's something about them because they're not having a traditional marriage. What's going on? Like, you're already seen as like, ooh, that's kind of
that's
not
also
normal,
true. Yeah.
There's so much pressure to be normal, I think.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I definitely don't care about that anymore. I don't know if you've ever got that vibe from me, but I'll just do my thing.
I was about to ask you, but I think it might be too touchy. Like,
no, go on.
What was your first? What was your wedding like?
What was my wedding? Okay, it was great actually.
Yeah.
I really loved my wedding. It was over in Melbourne. It was at a place called Montsalvat. We got married in a non-denominational little chapel with these massive, big, like, forest-looking trees all around it.
Cool.
And then everyone went and had drinks by this like old pool, and then we had like the ceremony, what's the after thing called? Reception
Yeah.
in the Great Hall. Yeah, because I'm really into weddings. And in the Great Hall, and so it's all this like it's a castle in Melbourne. It was so good, and I had friends, like everyone flew over, and they were like some of them said to me, "Oh, I didn't understand why people got married until now." And like all of our favorite songs, like it was great, like it was really good, and yeah, like I think the marriage was maybe good for a very short amount of time, and then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, it's good if you can get to a place where your relationship is so shit that you don't miss anything. Because that's where I'm at. People are like, don't you miss having somebody on the couch and talking to? And I'm like, look, I had none of that. So like, nah.
Divorces should be celebrated.
Yeah.
When someone gets divorced, it should be like, oh, cool, you found a way out. You've solved it.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
But it's
definitely.
never going to go away. But like, look, you did something about it.
Yeah,
which
because
is
there's a
way
lot of
less
people who
harmful
are
than people that stay in shitty fucking relationships.
so many people who stay in shitty relationships.
Yeah.
And that's, I've seen that, seeing people in so many, and like, you know, when people are cheating or they're just like miserable, you hear them and they just argue all the time. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, that's my nightmare. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it starts actually.
It's not salvageable, and it wasn't. Like, I was with him for 12 years, and I think you know, like, I'm well and truly over him.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, at the end it was, you know, when you know that there's just no hope, like you should just walk away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you have kids or not. And that's the biggest thing. I think a lot of people stay if they've got kids.
If they have kids.
I think it's way healthier to just not.
Mm. Yeah. Yep. Because you can actually compartmentalize a little bit. You can actually structure.
Yeah.
How it
and they
plays
have
out.
and they have like means like time with both of us.
Yep.
In where like especially you make time to do special things with them as well, because it's like, oh, this is my one day, you know, that I get to spend with them, and it's not work and not all the other things. And even now, like at the moment, because I'm doing so much for Fringe, I got that like mummy guilt. So I've been taking them out after school every day that I don't have a thing that I have to run to. We go and do something fun, which means, you know, I'm kind of maximizing that quality time. And I look at it and I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of mums that might be there every day, but they might just be like, okay, you go watch TV now. We're going out to water parks. We're going out to the park. You know, we're sliding down hills. Like, you know, we're doing fun stuff. So you just have to maximize, I think, the time.
That's cool. It's kind of inspiring. Not to sound cheesy, but
thanks.
Whenever I lack...
Here's how you get divorced and your kids are okay-ish. Yeah.
I think more the time management thing.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool to see, because every time I bitch about not being able to do stuff, I probably could. I just don't manage my time well enough. Mm-hmm. You know.
For sure. I have friends like that too. They're like, oh, I work really long hours. And I'm like, dude, you don't have kids and you have weekends off. Like, you got the time. Yeah. And so, I think it's definitely time management. And I don't have the time to do some things that I'd like to do, like, you know, watch TV shows and that kind of stuff. Because otherwise I couldn't do comedy. Like, it's literally I'm going from one thing to the next. And to survive, I have to sleep. So it's like, you
don't need to watch TV shows, though.
Totally don't.
You're not really. I mean, you're not going to die if you don't fucking watch Game of Thrones or something. Like, sometimes...
I think I would, actually. That's one of the few shows that I'm like, fuck that, I'm watching that. Yeah.
I picked the perfect show that you did.
You did. And I just started watching 30 Rock. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, 30 Rock.
And I'm really loving it.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen it, and that's like my guilty thing now. But it'll be like, so last night I opened for Andrew Silverwood for his show Reform Terrorist, and the show didn't finish till after 12, so I went home, but I still had to work today, and so I went home and I watched 30 Rock till I fell asleep. I think I got one episode, maybe. I'm not even
That's
sure.
That's probably longer than
that.
Yeah. I can probably last like 10 minutes. I drop the phone on my face while I'm watching stuff. I'm getting old. Like, I fall asleep like a baby now. I used to not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of trouble sleeping. think my body's just like, fuck it. We're
Yeah.
going to bed now.
Sleep debt. You're
Yeah.
like, you owe me this.
I can do
bro.
like I still like I'll have a long day where I feel so fucked and like I know I need to sleep, and then you just like you miss that sleep gap by a little bit, and then you just awake and you're just like gonna stay there.
Yeah.
You just do something like
Overtired. Yeah.
it's like fuck it.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
pinging after that. Yeah. Yeah. That's where
the
that's
natural
when my,
drugs kick in. Yeah,
that's where my best ideas come. That
Yeah,
that gap
I agree. Yeah, they do. Well, and other times you read back on what you've written
And it
and
was
gone,
complete
oh
bullshit."
man, that is fucking terrible. What was
Yeah.
I thinking? I have jokes like that. Hang on, I do, like literally. I was thinking of that. I wasn't sure what you guys wanted to talk about, and then I was looking through my phone at like what I've been writing, and then I'm shaking my head at myself. It's terrible, and
it always feels good at the time, eh?
yeah, this is how bad it is. Okay. Stop being such cock tease. But I thought about the fact that people would dangle worms in front of a rooster and be like, stop being a cock tease. I told you it was terrible. This one's even worse. Like, I just wrote single and ready for Pringles.
That's a really good catchphrase.
I think a lot of people could relate.
Yeah, like just some really shitty things. Like my brain is not working at all. Yeah, this is a good one. It just says namaste. What a cunt. Socrates said, "Don't listen to dead people." This is the things that I think about when I'm really tired.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's
good.
not as terrible. They will be in the trash with all my other notes. Bad.
What I'm trying to do is I'm learning to revel in the silence. I know you've probably seen me trying to do that, but I think...
Well, I suppose it
See that there? It should be okay to do that.
well, it works.
As a comedian, it's very hard to do that.
Yes, it's very hard to do that, yeah.
But the best comedians can handle the silence,
Yeah.
especially when you're leading to a punchline. You
Yeah.
let it breathe.
Yeah.
You say your thing.
Because it feels uncomfortable as hell.
It does.
Especially in radio, they train you like radio silence, like no dropouts. Keep
Yeah,
going, keep
ever.
going, keep going.
And that's why people are like, "Woo," like with all the stupid noises. Like if you don't have words to say, yeah, let's just keep it going.
That's a very old school Warner Brothers one. But yeah, just the need to fill noise.
Yeah.
Or to fill the silence with
Because
noise.
otherwise people change the channel. They're like, oh, there's nothing on this one.
Yeah.
But,
Whereas we know for a fact no one's listening. So it's
And the fear as a comedian is like, am I going to lose the crowd and not get them back again? So I'll just keep talking. But sometimes that's a bad thing. You do have to let jokes breathe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Speaking of Fringe, I'm still thinking about my Fringe idea from last night.
Go on.
About my very artistic talent show.
Yeah.
Have like a massive big tent set up with like this big entrance, and I think now you'd have like a person in a top hat, the world's greatest show, come on inside. So and outside the tent, because we found ourselves sitting outside one of the tent, you could just hear all the noise that's going on inside. Like that must be a wicked
Amazing show. Yeah.
So people line up and they go inside and they walk in, and it's just a tape player. Like it's a whole recorded show.
And like, so people are outside going, that sounds like an amazing show. And literally there's like just nothing in there.
So when
there's no people.
There's no one in there. But it's all hooked up to like speakers and subs, so it sounds like it's moving.
That's not the
and
stupid
then people
part.
go into it.
The stupid part is that he wants it to be a tape player.
Yeah, like old cassette player. Like you walk in like
That's
a
your
big
line.
tent, like
That's
a
your
little
line.
bar stool in the middle of this big tent and just a cassette player.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Well, the most important thing is it's got to be a show that will sell tickets. So you got to like get those.
I know, that's why I feel like I can only get one night out of it before the word gets
people
out.
are like,
and then,
that's fucked.
That was the worst show ever.
Ever, man. Oh, God.
Well, my idea was kind of better, was that we both came up with it, but a show where you just get one person, and as they're queuing up, you divert like the one person like out, and then you send them on stage.
Oh, cool.
And then the whole crowd's already seated. And then
No, you're right, because I remember, because I moved the plan a bit. So the entrance is through the stage,
Yeah.
So you walk through the stage, and you're like on the stage, and then have to walk to get your seat.
Yeah.
And as more and more people go in, the seats are filling up. So like the last person to walk through walks
Is
on the
now the
stage,
show.
and now they're in front of like the whole crowd, and it's like, oh shit! And then now they're the act. like the last person there is the act. Like
You are the show.
As you can tell, these are terrible ideas. None of
Amazing.
that would be the most awkward on the spot thing to think of.
I mean, all Fringe shows come from an idea. Yeah.
I love how you're trying to be so sincere.
Yeah, no, but there is
These
like
are stupid ideas.
So I got asked if I wanted to be on a show called Comedians versus Strippers, and it is basically there's a whole bunch of different comedians, and then at the end, the two that did the worst have to strip. And I was like, no, thank you.
Oh.
No, I didn't say that. I was actually busy that weekend. I would totally
Like fully
consider it.
nude?
I'm not even sure, but
Or just like down to underwear?
either way,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Yeah. See, if it...
Says the owner of the burlesque store.
Because isn't that... Oh, I don't know anymore what's inappropriate and what's just
It'd be
risque.
funny. Well, I guess the whole idea is it to be funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
Well,
Yeah,
I was just for some reason, my mind just tried to picture the other way of like going to a strip club and seeing a stripper on stage doing comedy. Like
that happens in America. Not only does it happen in America, I was going to do that actually at what's that? Give me names for the strip clubs in Perth.
Voodoo Lounge.
Bingo. Yeah, so because I'm part of Bombshell Delights, Creepshow Cabaret, so that's next weekend, by the way. So I MC that, but what they wanted to have basically one of the acts a week up at the Voodoo Lounge, and they're like, so the owner, Jane was saying to me, do you want to, of Bombshells, was like, would you be interested in doing it? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I was thinking, oh God, that'd be pretty weird. Like just have like a random, and here, because most of the other girls that do contortion or they do, you know, like they do acrobatic pole or burlesque. So it would just be like a different version of that. And then there would just be like comedy and not in a setting where it's like there are actual clubs with comedians and strippers in America.
Yeah.
This would just be like, wow, that came from nowhere.
Yeah. Or it could absolutely go off. You never know.
Yeah, you don't know. And it would depend on the night, all sorts of things.
Yeah. Or you could die a slow death. on
And that
stage.
would be fine too.
Depends how long the
You
set
have to
is
be.
as well.
Oh, I think it was only 5 minutes.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a quick
Yeah.
5
We
minutes.
do it on
5 minutes can be a very long time.
Okay, yeah. As you can tell,
If it's-
from my decades and decades in the comedy industry, yeah, 5 minutes could be
Could
horrible.
feel like
Yeah.
a horrendous time.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's one song. I'm a musician. Fuck it.
Yeah, easy.
No, but when you're
easy.
talking, man, fuck, that's a whole
Yeah,
different ball
yeah.
game. Yeah, when people are watching you when you're talking.
But yeah, you can't be afraid to bomb. I feel like that's the best comedians don't care. Like, or at least they seem like they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have that, I guess if you have that perspective of this is just one show, I think as you're starting out though, it could really fuck you up.
And then they will
For
just
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll just go home and cry.
You guys know Sean Conway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he posted up 2 things recently. It didn't come up on my wall for some reason, but my friend Jamie showed me. And it was like an article about his comedy. I think it was 4 or 5 years ago compared to what he just got. And the first one was so fucking scathing. It was something like, oh, we saw him do the same material, basically saying that he was shit. And it's the same thing that they've seen from him before and all of this stuff. And I was like, oh my God. If I had gotten that, I would just be like, all right, I'm walking away. And then the latest one was like saying how good it was, but it was from the same publication. And so it was like, wow. He's like, well, it didn't take me that long. Like 5 years later, like he just got it. But he's really funny, and he's one of the I reckon strongest comedians in Perth.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it would have that would be very hard to hear / read.
Would. Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you got a bad review before? By anything? Like, remember how we used to read Express back in the day?
Yeah, I
we
don't think
were
I've
just
ever-
waiting
I've never
for
had
like
a bad
really bad
review.
Yeah.
No, but I've had some very plain reviews where you just read it and go, well, that really doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't say anything good, but it doesn't say anything bad. It's more just like a description.
I saw them play music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
There were 4 people in the band.
Yeah, almost just like the acknowledgement that you were there.
Yeah.
And nothing to do with what actually you did. I'm like, They were Rosemount gig once. Yeah.
Oh, it was a Rosemount show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Reviews.
Yeah.
Again, I think what matters is like that people are going out to see, like the Motherhood gets reviews on Facebook, and we've never had anything other than a 5-star review.
Yeah.
So that's good when the feedback's like, oh my God, that was so funny. Go see them. Like that's what you want to hear. Rather than being, I guess, you still, other people read reviews in papers, but I think what's important is that people enjoy it and tell their friends, word of mouth, so more people come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you probably know more about how the show went by the vibes on the night than
absolutely
what someone writes about it later on anyway.
Totally. Yeah. We've got lots of videos of people going like, Motherhood rocks. We're like, yes, that's what
cool.
you want. Yeah.
I want a t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about doing merch. It'll
totally
be
do
real
merch.
funny when we do merch. We were talking about like stupid things. Like this is the same as your ideas before. Not saying they're stupid. A little bit.
They are stupid.
But things like a pony, she drinks like goon on stage. Like it's just part of the Bogan mum thing. And we were like, oh, we could get special pony like fucking goon bags. And then we were like, probably a liquor licensing thing, and we probably shouldn't be promoting too hard that whole alcohol thing. But at the same time, I'm like, that would be so funny. We should totally do that.
You should get caricatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of and like a little logo.
Yeah.
Just telling you how to design your own shit.
No, you're good. Any suggestions are welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Merch is a good idea. It's just
I think it's when people are on that high from sales perspective, but you need to
Definitely.
sell it on the door. People aren't going to go to your website and be like, I'm going to get a t-shirt.
Yeah.
You walk out going, fuck this, I want a giant glass that says getting fucked up with the Motherhood. Like, it's that kind of stuff.
You know, it'd be awesome. The Motherhood, like just gangster poses.
We do that.
Do you?
This is it. We do an M. Like
you do an M?
We do
Right.
an M.
Yeah,
like
cool.
the Motherhood. It's like the end of the show. Yeah. Oh man. I hope that you weren't like, this idea is going to sound really lame, but already doing it. Oh.
No, it's the other way around. I thought it was really good. Then I realized, oh yeah.
We did think of that, and we're on it.
Yeah.
We're all over that shit.
It's kind of hot in here. Do you feel warm? I think it's all these fucking lights that we have on.
Yeah, we added a whole bunch of new lights.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Do you like the space?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
I love it. I'm going to post it on Facebook,
We're still kind of
Instagram, all the things.
Building it.
Social media. Sorry.
the whole social media.
Yeah,
thing.
so you guys, what are your plans for it? Have you got some? It looks pretty cool as it is.
Well, we didn't have to do much.
There's not really much to do.
Yeah.
No, maybe just clean up some shit at the back there.
It's just more lighting the room correctly. We'd love to utilize that in the back, though. The couch.
The couch,
stuff.
yeah.
Couches are pretty cool.
Like have a guest, or if they bring friends, they can totally sit down there.
Yeah. What, people have friends? These friends that you speak of.
Yeah. Have you done that other podcast yet with Cam McLaren?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
We're going to be
oops.
recording that soon.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Is that okay that I just tried?
Yeah. Do you want to plug someone else's podcast? Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
It's by a guy called Hayden Minton, and he does hypermanic noise.
Yeah.
That's what he.
We love. I love plugging any podcast in Perth because they are hard to find. Understandably, it's a hard thing to do, and it's very niche.
Yeah.
So, but it's so fucking fun. If you if you're out there thinking about doing a podcast, just do one. Just do one
how you
episode.
go.
See how you go.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to put it out. Just do it.
But it's not even that hard. I mean, we can do it, so anyone can do it.
Yeah, any bonehead can do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
You guys have been doing it a while, right?
Oh yeah,
We have,
2011.
Holy shit. You guys are trailblazers. 7 years ago. There were podcasts then. Who knew?
Yeah.
Not me.
We had everything set up, but we didn't know
We didn't hit it hard. We didn't
hit it
take
hard.
it seriously.
Yeah, we just kind of put it as a kind of casual hobby, but we knew at the time that it was a thing. But
We saw potential.
Yeah.
but we didn't even.
We still
do
see
it.
some. We don't
did-
get any.
We didn't even do it for those reasons. It was just fun. It just felt like a naughty thing we were doing.
Hey.
Do you know what I mean? Like this secret thing where it was like, cool, we can get together.
Secret Cool Guys Club.
Yeah, it was kind of really just.
You can add girls if you want. It's also cool.
But it all just happened, and
And he's still going, and now there's
still going.
videos, things, and everything.
Yeah, and
Which if I look up there, I can see my hot damn face. Hi.
very very red.
It's great. It's evil. We're like in the depths of hell, or
I know,
like a
that's what
really
it feels.
cool bar.
Or
Oh,
the,
that's what we should. Let's build a bar there.
Yeah.
And get a bartender.
Twin Peaks
Yeah.
Lodge.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can be literally like, I'll have a mojito, thank you.
We just have, he spends the whole night just there cleaning glasses.
yes.
Like in like one of those old, like an old sort of like.
Somebody
way to
needs a
just clean
moustache.
glasses.
They need
Yeah.
a moustache for sure.
Oh my god, we should totally do
Vest. You need a vest.
that. Do you know Danger Magnus?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know him well, but I have met him.
Doesn't he have a moustache?
He does. Hot damn.
Because he did a lot of Fringe emceeing the other year. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if
he
still
always
gets it.
does a lot of
The serious
emceeing.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like very well known in Perth for being MC King, basically.
Let's get
He
it
d-
on.
He does all sorts of stuff, like from
Yeah.
he's done wrestling things for Lath.
Oh,
He's done.
I know who you're
He
talking
does
about.
Danger Cabaret.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a foursome show with Mad and
John Mad.
Todd.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten the girl's name. I don't know her. That's why.
Sorry, whoever.
But yeah, is it called Awesome Foursome or something? Their show?
no.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
I had a flyer on me somewhere.
Ah.
The
I love how quick, how often I have had to look at my phone during this time.
You see, you're actually doing the work for us.
Yeah,
we should actually know. We should actually know what we're talking about. Yes, let's
Nobody
do
knows
that.
what they're talking about. Okay,
build a bar.
Yeah, build a bar.
Yeah, and just have a bartender.
that sounds good. I'll be here every Saturday. when do I not have my children? So it's taken a while to load.
That's all good. We should totally get him on though. He seems like a cool dude.
It just says awesome rush ticks. No, that's not it.
I can't remember because I saw the because John Mad gave me a flyer last night and I put it in my pocket. And I was like, I'm probably gonna forget about it. Then I went to the toilet and they're just like plastered on the wall, like right in front of me. I'm like, I won't forget it now.
Yeah, it's called Foursome of Awesome.
That's it. Yeah.
And this is hilarious. This is like what Todd has posted up. And he said, 2 sold out shows, 2 conflicting reviews, 4 stars. There's not much that's quite more fringe and fabulous than Foursome of Awesome by Danielle Rock for Homegrown Heroes. And then somebody said, I just saw the worst that Fringe World has to offer. Sue M. How can they be so different and yet for the same show? Come find out for yourself. Yeah. But yeah, it would be amazing because I've
Unsold.
seen their stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be really good.
Yeah, we gotta get up off our ass and watch some Fringe shows.
How long does the
because-
Fringe go till? It's like
It
March,
runs
February.
until the end of February.
End of February.
I think it's the 23rd maybe
Yeah,
or
okay.
24th of Feb. I know
Yeah.
that because the Motherhood show's on the last weekend. So I'm like, everything's judged by what shows I have to do
Yeah.
at this point.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah. This weekend's easy because I'm only opening for someone and I'm on a panel show. So they're like, it's
Panel show.
Yeah. I did that. I've done that once already. I was on with Anna Piper Scott and we were versus 2 Randy puppets, which was really interesting. And it was fun. And then so I get to do that again on Sunday. And and so this weekend's easy. Next weekend, I've got 3 nights in a row of the cabaret show where I'm emceeing it. So I've got to be like game face. I don't even know what I'm saying yet. And I've got to do that 3 nights in a row. And that's pretty intensive because I have to be there, fairly early,
Yeah.
the setup time, and then afterwards we tend to mingle with everybody and get photos and stuff. So it'll be a long 3 night.
Which
Killing it.
cabaret thing is that?
That's called Bombshell Delights Creep Show
Bombshell.
Cabaret.
Okay.
It's so radio right now.
Pardon, I know. Thank you.
Oh my good.
Because there's another cabaret show as well.
Yeah, there's heaps of cabaret shows, really good ones too.
Yeah.
anything with Marika's in it, good.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually got Marika's coming down tomorrow night.
Is she?
Yeah, for the
Hey.
Dark Debauched Child. Is that a Dark Debauchal cabaret?
Debauched Delights or something.
Um,
And she's doing one called Drowning.
yeah, that's her thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she performs for Bombshells as well. She's not doing it on the Friday night because she's got something else, but she does. She's got a spot on Saturday and Sunday.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fringy.
It's
So
all very
fringy.
so fringy right now.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna organize or try like in the middle of Fringe. We're gonna kind of have a little thing here, or maybe towards the end even, where we just
Have a
maybe
little soiree.
yeah, well maybe like 3 guests max with some
Ooh.
drinks
Yeah,
or something.
3 or 4, and we'll build that bar.
We'll build that bar.
We'll get the bar built. And
We'll get the
Hot damn.
we'll get the couch going.
I'm
as
in.
well.
Tell me that.
Yeah, it'll
Make
be so
it a
fun.
Saturday night so I can
But
go.
we'll structure it more so that like we'll have some fun games and stuff. That's what I have in mind anyway.
Ah, that'd
I like
be
that.
amazing.
We'll do some Would You Rather and some celebrity whatever. And I'll
Oh my gosh, you guys are hosting
Yeah.
a panel show. That's what it
pretty
is.
much, yeah. Man, if I could, I'd fit like a little jazz band in the corner just to play us off.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
amazing.
You guys could have your own Fringe show because that's what it is. Some of the panel shows are just games.
I think we've actually
Yeah.
we've been a few people have asked us or talked to us about it, and we was like, yeah, and we just never get around to it.
Yeah, I know. We're so bad. Yeah. I don't want to make anything official and sell tickets or anything, but I like being a part of it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think in our own little way. So I like to help in the background with stuff. I don't like.
Advertising.
Yeah.
Hey, look at all these Fringe performers that don't suck.
Yeah. But when it comes to self promotion, I'm so bad.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really like it either.
This is what we brought this
I'm
up a lot.
trying.
Like, do you find it hard because you're essentially saying, "Hey, come and see me."
Yeah,
Like with music, it's like a band.
yeah,
So you're with other people and you've got a body of work. But
Yeah.
with a podcast, especially, or if you're a comedian, you're like, listen to me talking.
yeah, yeah. That is
And
exactly
people are
what
like,
it is.
why the fuck would I want to do that?
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
feel bad, especially for friends when, there's some material that I will recycle or well, I've only been doing it for a bit over a year. So there's my solid stuff is like, I reuse that. And so, yeah, it is hard. I feel like it's easier when I'm being a part of a group, like when I'm saying like, come watch this cabaret show because it's not me. There's like 10 acts.
Yeah.
So it's just me talking in between or, and the Motherhood where it's it's all of us. So it's not just, I think I would find it harder if I was doing an hour-long show on my own. For sure. Yeah. And it's just like, just me for 1 hour, come and listen to just me. No one else.
Yeah.
That's why you need a pre-recorded cassette player.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's other people. And I get why people have openers as well, just to break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
get them warmed up.
I just feel bad I've got issues. But I just feel bad inviting or promoting anything that I do because I feel like I haven't been present with a lot of people. Like we were talking about the flakiness before.
Yeah.
So it's like I always have this vision of people opening up their inbox going, wow, so like I haven't heard from you in a year and now you want me to listen to your thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I better not just say anything. So then I just don't promote stuff. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to break
You could
through
always
that
do
and-
sponsored posts. So
Yeah.
then they're people that aren't friends.
I don't know. When I see sponsored on a post, I'm like,
Yeah.
you paid to be on my feed.
Yeah, yeah. I've been seeing a lot of that for Fringe, but at the same time, there's some shows I'm like, oh wow, I didn't even know this was a
Yes.
thing.
Yep.
So like,
There's some legitimately cool finds
yeah,
in there,
yeah,
for sure.
And you're
yeah.
like, wow, I didn't
Yeah.
know. Good.
Yeah.
Or
But-
remind you, like when you saw the Mad on a poster, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I should totally see that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Apparently it'll be fire, penises, and magic.
And that's just
I don't know.
John
I don't.
Mad.
Yeah, that's John Mad.
In that order.
Yeah. A long time ago, he actually was part of it was during a tattoo convention, and he was a model, basically. It was, I think it might have been Susie Homemaker, maybe. They had models, but they used our clothing with their aprons over the top, and Mad was part of it, and he got down to nothing. And I had no idea. I just turned up being like, oh, okay, you know, they'll watch the clothes, whatever, being walked across the stage. And then I was like, a naked man.
Yeah.
I had no idea this was part of it. But cool, okay.
I love John Mad. He doesn't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't. He's such a great guy.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he can get away with being naked. He's got like a normal shaped body.
You have a normal shaped body.
No, you don't understand. If you were to see my legs, you would laugh. They're like two little popsicle sticks.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No one cares. I think
I've got no bum either. It's just flat.
I think it's just if you don't care, then you own it. I think there's a lot of people who, like, you just have to be like, yep, this is who I am. Says me, who would never do it, by the way. but you know, like I see, like, you know, watching burlesque and all that stuff, the one thing I know is the people that do well are the people that own it, and it's all about face and personality.
Yeah.
Just be like, who
Your
cares?
expression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it, Johnny. Me and you will take mission control on the road as a male burlesque show.
the Naked Podcast.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
You can change it. The Mission Control Naked series.
Oh. Well, are there any shows you would like to plug other than...
I think I just plugged everything. Yeah.
That's all good.
Scattered them throughout. I did. I mentioned cams too. Yeah. All of the things.
Yeah. That's so cool. I really want to, like, not miss any shows.
I know. We were just saying before how the whole vibe around Fringe has just got this fun atmosphere to it.
Oh, it's amazing. Like Northbridge comes alive in a whole different way.
Yeah, it feels like they've just quickly gone through Northbridge with a broom and just brought in.
Yeah, you know what it
Fringe
is.
Festival.
There's people in the city who are going out not just to get fucked up.
Yeah,
like they're going to see shows and they have a purpose. And a lot of people who wouldn't usually go out into Northbridge are out, and it's just there's just so many people and kids, like kids out late.
see, that's the paranoia that I had last night. I felt that security looked at you and me as if we were just the normal Northbridge crew wondering what was going on.
Yes, yeah,
and we're just like, look at these two guys walking into Fringe. They obviously don't know where they are.
Yep.
No, that's how I felt last night. Well, I was really high.
That'll do it. Like, why are you looking at me, man? I paid to be here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they were probably thinking, these guys look kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely not what it is.
You know what? They probably thought nothing. You know, they see so many people through the gate. You're just one more face. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And then
that sounds very depressing, but it is actually a real thing.
And then security turns around. We're holding up John Mad, dressed as Ronald McDonald, and chatting with people we know that work at Fringe. It's like suddenly, back off, bitch.
We're meant to be here. Yeah.
We weren't doing anything wrong.
No, we weren't doing anything wrong. No. But I just,
But he was high, is what we're saying.
Yes. Oh, that's.
And actually having a cigarette in an area I wasn't allowed to have a cigarette. because I didn't realise.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But then we realised there was this whole party behind that was the smoking area.
Yeah.
And that's where the real party was. Everyone was actually out there.
Yeah.
Those were like...
living it up.
It's just for the people not actually seeing shows.
Yeah.
They're just showing up to drink. Yeah.
Like we're just here to smoke with some cool people.
Pretty much. But yeah, I feel like every month, every year that Fringe is on, I'll commit to like maybe 2 or 3 shows, but I think that's piss poor. I should be seeing like 2 or 3 in a day.
A night, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go, fellas. I've got to be there now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the same as me, though, really. I've got the artist pass and I can go to anything that's not sold out. You get free entry to everything. And so far I bought tickets to one thing, but I've only seen shows that I've been part of because I haven't had time to do anything else. But that's okay. I'll get there. We still got 3 more weekends.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
That'll pass very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun times. Well, fuck it. I think that's it. Yeah.
Good. I reckon we try and keep this whole Fringe vibe going for the next couple of podcasts as well. And
I'm feeling
like,
so relaxed. If people are like, what the fuck is going on with this podcast? It's
You're
because
like,
I'm
it's
very
Fringe.
happy.
We got Fringe fever, baby.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, I just love being there. Like even last night, I got in there and they have these little pop-up little, I don't know what to call them. They're not really shows, sort of like little side shows. And you pay $5 to go take a peek what's behind the curtain, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really good. And I was just like, I don't want to have to leave, but I have to go work now.
Yeah.
Which was also fun. So
We were fantasizing about literally just lifting up one of the tents and just like crawling under straight on stage and just being like,
hey,
trying to
yeah,
get thrown out.
you guys do have Fringe fever.
Yeah, we do.
Come
Yeah,
on.
because they're just sitting there.
Yeah,
Like,
it
there's
feels-
a whole show literally a meter from
Yeah,
us.
it feels like
Yeah.
a whole circus tent, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
It's lifted up.
Stick your head under the...
So cool. Yeah.
Yeah. My only qualm is Bow Wow, one of the food trucks. I'm just gonna say, whatever I bought that was labelled as popcorn chicken was not popcorn chicken. I'm not.
There was no
Popcorn
chicken.
rabbit.
No, it just tasted like empty. Like
So they
like-
forgot to put the chicken inside the batter.
it was like tater tots. It was
Oh,
like, there's
okay,
no
yeah.
chicken in this. That was my only issue with the whole
See,
night.
it's good for the environment.
Yeah.
Minimizing that meat
Yeah.
eating.
Simone's like, I don't give a fuck about your popcorn chicken.
Did you remember I was vegan? Wow. How long did we go without me saying that?
You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You and Leif. Leif is vegan as well. Is Marika vegan
I think so. Vegetarian.
or vegetarian?
So many of us.
I'm not even going to go there.
What? There's nothing wrong with that shit.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But see, it's a touchy subject for me because I eat a lot of meat.
Yeah.
I just eat meat.
Yeah, but Johnny's on the other end of the spectrum where he only eats meat.
Yeah.
No, actually, I had a bit of salad last night.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a little bit of those green leaves.
Yeah.
Couple of leaves.
I had a fruit
Yeah.
once.
No, it's yeah. As long as you're healthy, I think you should do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because yep.
It
Yeah.
is. I'm very conscious not to talk too much about it.
I think you should
Unless
be able
people-
to though.
Unless
Yeah.
people ask a question.
Yeah.
Like I
Mm.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, no one ever asked me about meat. Why didn't they ever ask me about eating meat?
because people know it's just tradition. It's like people. That's like the default setting. I feel for most of Australians is just like that's how most people grew up.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
it's-
meat and 3 veg.
But it's the thing,
Yeah.
like, you know, when people start asking about being vegan or ask about vegetarian as if it's putting that aside as that's a
Different.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A different thing where actually shouldn't it just be accepted as just as even as eating meat?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, we are in a very meat-oriented society. So.
Sorry, that was a very juicy one.
Yeah.
No, not really. But it's, it's
It's
processed
definitely
stuff as well.
changing. Like the
Yeah.
amount of vegans and vegetarians are increasing. So it's yeah, just one of those things.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, food. I'm actually
Um,
getting hungry now.
Me too.
Oh.
yeah, just don't go to that place. Yeah, I'm not trying to like rat them out or anything. It was just like I'm not sure. I
Just
couldn't
don't
eat
get
it.
the popcorn chicken.
I
Don't
had
get the
2
popcorn
bites.
chicken.
I had 2 bites and I couldn't eat it. Yeah.
Do they have the Lucky Chan's mini thing? Do they have one of those? Because I love Lucky Chan's. Great.
They were doing bows,
Oh yeah.
so pretty much similar to what Lucky Chan's has.
Mm-hmm.
But
Without the giant noodle soups, I guess that would be hard to
Yeah.
eat in that environment.
yeah, it is. Are you a Lucky Chan's fan?
I am.
What do you get when you go there?
They're like ramen bowls.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So they have like veggie ones.
Yep.
So good.
It's so
and every
filling.
time I'm like, don't let me finish it. Whoever I'm with, I'm like, don't let me finish it. And every time I finish it, and then I'm like, oh, I need to go home now. Yeah, it's definitely the end of the night place. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to eat a giant noodle bowl
And then go out.
No.
No. Yeah, a lot of it's just soup though.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
all
so
liquid,
filling.
so much liquid.
It's so deceptive. You're like, oh, it's only kind of like half the bowl. Then you can't finish it.
They're also giant bowls, so if
Yeah.
you took out like the actual contents and put it on a plate, it's still like a lot.
Yeah.
And then you add all of the fluid. It's like, oh,
Exactly, and the
no.
beer that you have after.
Yeah,
as well.
yep. Or cocktails. They do good cocktails too.
Hell yeah! Wow, that was very
That was
relaxed.
different.
podcast. That was
Yeah.
different. I like it though.
Yeah.
Good.
I like it. I really like it. I don't know what I'm playing. at the
Suicide
moment.
Girls and Fringe.
Simone, thanks for coming.
My
Yeah,
pleasure.
thanks
Thanks
for
for
coming
having
back.
me.
Yeah.
If you can catch Simone at a gig, do it. You can catch her at Fringe.
Yeah, all of
Yes,
the Fringe.
All of the Fringe. You also do spots like around the
I
place.
do.
Anyway.
Well, they
Right.
can just look up me, Simone Springer, my comedy page, and
Yep.
and it just says all the things I'm doing at the top of it,
Hell yeah.
pinned to the top.
And Main
Nice.
Clothing and Burlesque Baby as well. Mm-hmm. All that cool
Or
shit.
you can listen to me on the radio
Yes.
Thursdays between 6 and 7, 100.9 FM.
Nice.
And missionctrl.com.au as well for this and all the others.
Awesome.
See, I'll start getting the hang of plugging stuff.
I still don't
If
know
you
how
don't,
to
I
do
will.
it. Yeah. Have fun. Have a good Fringe season. We've got Marika up next.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
It's great.
tomorrow.
Depending on chronologically how we do this, but
Yeah, we'll have this one and then we'll have Marika's
this one and then
on.
we'll have Marika's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have
Hell
to
yeah.
now because we've all been like, Marika's great. She's going to be next.
Yes, that's going to be definitely a fun one. Hell yeah. Thank you very much.
Cool.
guys.
Thanks a lot, Simone.
No worries. Thanks, guys.